I think I'm recording. I'll get the hang of this stuff maybe 2, 4, 10 years from now. Yes, it's another me story time. So, I've talked about being oblivious and unaware before. So, and that was before I lost my vision. When I wore glasses and was only blind because of astigmatism and nearsightedness, severe enough that I had to wear glasses in order to function. Found that out as a teenager when I was getting headaches in class, and I went to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor's like, "You should have come in like 4 years ago." That's the problem with gradual vision loss, is you don't notice it until it starts to impact your ability to see the board at the back of the classroom, or even the cute girls a few feet away from you. But speaking of that, so I think I've written this in my newsletter or said it somewhere, but I was 15 and my mom and I went to San Diego we stayed at a KOA, and my poor mom got terribly sunburned because she fell asleep on the beach, and the breeze blowing off the ocean kept her from ever overheating. So she ended up staying mostly in the tent or at the camp trying to heal. So I wandered around the camp, and the KOAs had an arcade, so a game room, a pool, a hot tub, some a treehouse-like thing, some other play stuff. I don't remember everything, but the pool, the game room, and the hot tub were the areas that I primarily hung out in, because the pool, yes, water, the game rooms, arcades. I love video games. Not very good at them. Mediocre. I like to have fun. I don't like to stress in my video games, so I never focused on getting good. I just focused on having fun. And sometimes I got better. Sometimes I could only get to stage 2 of a hard video game. But so one time I was in the hot tub, and the hot tub was all pretty large, and I was sitting there, and this one girl gets out. If I remember right, she had sandy blonde hair, kind of looked tomboyish in that girly sort of way. Now that's a 15-year-old memory, or 15-year-old me remembering this 40 years later. So, and I vaguely remember her wearing a baseball cap. So she gets out, and I don't know if she's been trying to get my attention or whatnot, but as she walks past me, she steps on my head and then continues going. I thought nothing of it. Good boy, Cameron. Let's give you a treat. Here you go. Yeah. Okay, right, and go. I don't know how long it was before I realized that she was trying to get my attention. I don't remember her the rest of the time we were there or not. I do know she had a brother, and I'd hung out with him a little bit. But mostly I just kind of did my own thing and hung out with whoever was there at the time. What other obliviousness can I share with you? I shared the dancing, obviously. Oh, how about my senior year when we did senior trip? We were at a hotel in Southern California because we were doing the circuit there. The day we arrived, we went to a beach on Long Beach, I believe. Then at some point we went to Disneyland, and then at some point we went to Magic Mountain. But we were staying in a hotel with other schools, and I found out they had a hot tub. And so I went to the hot tub, and it was kind of like up on a different level and a little corner of the building. It wasn't a huge hot tub, It might be able to sit 10 people, I think. So I'm out there by myself. And 3 girls from another school come out. And they were very, very flirty. Talking to me, asking me a bunch of questions. Trying to figure out stuff. And this is probably years it took me to realize that they were trying to, I don't know if bait me or engage me or to see if I would do anything. I don't remember what they said, but their mannerisms, the way that they shifted their bodies, the way that they spoke of things. Another one, I probably told this one too, but I'll tell it again. Maybe you haven't heard it. So one of the apartments I lived in had a pool, and I was at the pool, and there was a cheerleader that lived in the complex that I'd gotten to be friends with, and she wore a Mickey Mouse Club one-piece bathing suit with blue and white stripes. She confused me the most because so much flirting and stuff, but I'll get to why it was confusing in a moment. So we're at the pool, I'm at the deep end, resting on the ledge. She's probably about 5 feet away, and she asks me, what would I do if she took off her bathing suit and dove in the pool? I didn't process the question, and I don't know if she would have said anything differently, but my answer was probably have a heart attack. And she said, well, then I shouldn't do it, and then jump in the pool. I don't know if she would have done it, because she confused me. Like, we went out to dinner at Spoon's, which is near where we lived, and then we hit an arcade. The entire time we were at Spoon's, she was paying attention to everybody but me. At the arcade, she wasn't doing the same thing. It was more just us hanging out. On the walk back, it was us talking. But I just remember having no clue as a teenage boy who spent most of his teenage years not really socializing because I'd been hurt in middle school, or not middle school, elementary school, by being social. So my idea was to just shut off, as one does. So I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to get her attention back or to say something. So it was just uncomfortable and made me not want to go on a date with her again. And then she moved apparently to Australia, and that was the last I ever heard of her. It's kind of sad because I did like her a lot, even if she confused me and even if no romance would have ever happened. She was pretty cool. We got along very well. But being attracted to strong-willed, independent women and being awkward and oblivious kind of don't mix sometimes. They either don't realize they're trampling on you because you're not stepping up to them, or in this case, just not aware of the confusion she was causing me. Oh, and the other thing she did was she talked about really wanting to watch Back to the Future. So I had rented it before my mom went on a business trip and kept trying to get her to come over. Finally, she came over and we started watching it, and she kept getting up and yelling at some of our neighbors. So I just stopped. And I don't know what happened after that. I think she just kind of left. But it was just like, what? You wanted to watch the movie. You wanted to spend time with me. And yet, there you are, not spending time with me. Teenage girls and oblivious teenage boys who don't know how to communicate well. Just barely don't mix. I know, those are exciting stories. I got more. Tell you how bad of a person I am when it comes to phone numbers and calling people. But that'll probably be another story. This week I released a 3-song EP called Thanksgiving Feast of Notes. 3 songs. If you want to know more about those, you should check them out in my newsletter. The link will be below. Below. I don't know why I'm saying below. The link will be below. Good boy, Cameron. Cameron Ford. So, check that out. Check out my music. Check out all my other content. If you didn't know, I had another channel, Uncool Music News. Get that at Uncool Music News here on YouTube. Thanks. Love and peace.